The sea feels endless, yet even it needs a protector. Who will save it if it disappears? The thought feels heavy, doesn't it? Today we're talking about Leonardo DiCaprio, not just the Oscar-winning actor, but the fighter for our oceans. On screen, he shines like few others. Off-screen, his mission is far bigger. He has given millions of dollars in endless energy to keep the seas alive. But ask yourself this: what happens if the oceans die? Who will feed us when the fish are gone? What will we drink when the waters turn toxic? The oceans are screaming, yet most of the world stays quiet. Strange, isn't it? A Hollywood star caring more about coral reefs than his fame. But it's true, and his story will open your eyes. A childhood love that never faded. Leonardo wasn't always the red carpet star we know today. As a child, he loved nature and animals. While other kids chased toys and games, he was drawn to the mysteries of the earth, wild forests, exotic animals, and above all, the deep blue oceans. That early love never faded. Even when fame came crashing into his life, movies, awards, wealth, he kept the heart of a child who loved the sound of waves and the shimmer of fish. Many people let childhood dreams fade with age, but Leonardo carried his forward, and that dream shaped the man he became. From movie star to ocean guardian, Leonardo could have chosen comfort, luxury cars, private islands, endless fame. But he wanted more than applause. He wanted purpose. Fans knew him first through iconic roles: Titanic, Inception, The Wolf of Wall Street. But while his films made billions, his real passion was brewing quietly, protecting the planet. Soon people noticed Leonardo wasn't just an actor, he was a voice. On global stages, he talked less about Hollywood and more about climate change. He wasn't content with stardom, he wanted to be a guardian, standing between the oceans and the destruction caused by human hands. The foundation of his dream. In 1998, at just 24 years old, Leonardo founded the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation. While other young stars spent fortunes on mansions, sports cars, and nightclubs, he spent his on saving the planet. The foundation became a powerhouse, funding over 200 projects in 50 countries. It worked to protect wildlife, forests, and oceans. Millions poured in, turning into clean water projects, ocean sanctuaries, and protections for endangered sea life. This wasn't empty celebrity PR, it was consistent, long-term action. Each year, the foundation grew stronger, proving that one person, no matter their profession, can spark global change. The silent cry of the oceans. Why oceans? Because they are dying. Every second, a garbage truck worth of plastic enters the sea. Coral reefs, home to 25% of marine life, are bleaching and collapsing. Overfishing empties the waters. Rising temperatures suffocate ecosystems. Most of us don't notice. We still see beaches, waves, and blue horizons. But underneath, life is disappearing. And Leonardo saw it. He knew that if oceans collapse, humanity will follow. No fish, no balance of oxygen, no climate stability. It's not just about nature, it's about survival. That urgency drove him to act, to spend millions, and to dedicate his fame to a cause bigger than himself, working with scientists and explorers. Leonardo knew he couldn't do this alone. He partnered with the real heroes, scientists, researchers, and deep-sea explorers. He funded studies on coral reefs, fish populations, and ocean pollution. He supported daring expeditions that uncovered new solutions, restoring mangroves, reducing plastics, and building marine reserves. His role wasn't to lead the science, but to empower it. By giving experts the tools they needed, he turned Hollywood fame into fuel for discovery. Each research mission, each documentary, each project carried his unwavering commitment to healing the seas, a storm in his childhood heart. As a boy, Leonardo often stared at pictures of oceans in books. He didn't grow up near the sea, but its mystery pulled him in. While other kids played outside, he dreamed of waves, dolphins, and sunken worlds. That quiet love grew with him. Later, when Hollywood embraced him, he never let go of that dream. For Leonardo, the ocean became more than just water. It became a living, breathing world that needed saving. It was as if his childhood imagination had been preparing him for this fight all along. Fame is a doorway. Movies gave him fame. But Leonardo didn't want fame to be his legacy. He wanted it to be a tool. Fame opened doors that would otherwise stay closed. Presidents, prime ministers, scientists, world leaders, they listened when Leonardo spoke. He used that spotlight not for personal gain, but for those who had no voice. Coral reefs, whales, fish, and future generations. Without fame, his words might have been whispers. With it, they became a roar across nations. Millions for the blue world. Leonardo didn't just talk, he gave. Tens of millions of his own. Dollars went into protecting oceans. He funded anti-poaching operations, supported island nations fighting rising seas, and poured resources into banning plastics. His money became cleanup ships, research grants, and new marine protected areas. For many, it was shocking that an actor would sacrifice so much. But for Leonardo, it was simple. The oceans are priceless. No amount of wealth can replace them. A dream for future generations. What drives him most is the dream of a future where children can see oceans alive with color, where reefs aren't memories in history books, but wonders you can swim among, where dolphins leap in wild seas and plastic doesn't choke the waves. That vision, larger than any film role, fuels him every day. He doesn't fight just for himself. He fights for children not yet born, so they can inherit a planet worth living on. The man who gave back. In the end, Leonardo DiCaprio is more than an Oscar-winning actor. He is a man who chose to give back to the earth that gave him so much. He could have chosen silence and comfort. Instead, he chose action. He chose to spend his fortune on oceans. He chose to use his fame for reefs and wildlife instead of just red carpets. His story reminds us of something powerful. True success isn't measured by what you keep. It's measured by what you give back. But this journey wasn't easy. There were times when Leonardo faced criticism. People questioned his motives, accused him of being just another celebrity chasing headlines. But he kept going, not for fame, not for praise, but because he understood something many overlook. We are running out of time. He once said, "We only get one planet," and he meant it. Every choice we make today shapes the world our grandchildren will live in tomorrow. When he stood at the UN Climate Summit or spoke to world leaders behind closed doors, he wasn't playing a role. He was speaking as a citizen of Earth, and maybe that's the point. You don't need to be a movie star to make a difference. You just need to care. Care enough to pick up trash on a beach, to say no to single-use plastics, to support conservation, speak out, vote for the planet. Because in the end, it's not about being perfect, it's about doing something. Leonardo's story is powerful, not because he's famous, but because he chose to act when he didn't have to. He reminds us that legacy isn't built on luxury, it's built on love. Love for the oceans, love for the creatures that call it home, love for the children who will one day ask, "What did you do when there was still time?" If Leonardo's story touched your heart, press the like button. It helps us share more stories of changemakers like him. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss an inspiring tale. And share this video with someone you know, because dreams can start small, but with passion, they can grow big enough to protect the world. The oceans may feel endless, but they're not. And maybe, just maybe, if more people follow Leonardo's path, we can save them before it's too late.